Welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Mahomes now on first down. Underneath, he's got Brait. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. He gets away from one, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Cook. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Hester will get a shot. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And again, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A big play there on the keeper.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Underneath, he's got Brate.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 7.
Prescott to throw it.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw here taken in by Knox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
To the air again, Prescott. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. Touchdown, Bears! Cooper Kupp from 4 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A first down throw for Prescott.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.